the January camp had always, a tremendous value to the senior national team program. Obviously, already far before I came on board. And it's very important, especially for MLS players, to get off vacation and start working again and get into a rhythm and build your foundation for the entire season and of that upcoming year. Putting together the January roster, we were looking obviously on some new talent coming through the ranks, young players, coming a bit through Tab Ramos's pathway. Also, players that we had already previously in camp that we wanted to re-evaluate. We looked at their entire season, who had an impressive season, who had a good run. Obviously talking to coaches out there, their opinions are very important to us. So it's for us a huge chance to see maybe some players that we haven't seen yet so closely, other players that we always had on the list and want to re-evaluate them, and obviously some of the guys that are always part of the inner circle of the senior national team. So many different elements come there together. We came up now with 27, 28 names. We're probably going to cut it down to 23 once we go after 1 week of evaluation process. We're going to go down to Brazil for 2 weeks to Sao Paulo to test out the facility down there. So we're going to plan with 23 doing that, and maybe have the couple of guys that don't make it now, reconnect with us in the last week prior to our friendly game on 1st of February against Korea. Going to Sao Paulo, going to Brazil to train at that facility where we're going to train during the World Cup, at FC Sao Paulo training ground, to stay at that hotel where we're going to stay. So it means to connect ourselves with Brazil, connect ourselves with the people that work there, with the circumstances that you're going to meet there, and to get a real good feeling for how it's going to be in June. So it's a tremendous advantage for us to do that trip, and therefore we're going to focus on a lot of things also in Sao Paulo off the field, not only on the field. I think it's really exciting kind of to start working with players here and there that sometimes don't know yet what it really means to go to a World Cup, or what it means to be part of the senior national team program. So that kind of educational part that we're going to play, to start working with them twice daily and then guide them throughout those couple of weeks. Hopefully to give them a lot of messages, what is important on the field, but also what is important as a professional soccer player off the field. What's exciting is always to figure out, maybe we find another 2, 3, 4 guys that will break into that inner circle of the senior team. This is the opportunity now, prove it in the next 4 weeks to go. It's kind of it's a never-ending process. You always want to see the players doing their next kind of step and challenging themselves for the next level, and never be content with what they achieved until this point. Exciting in a period like 3.5, 4 weeks of a January camp is to get to know them as persons as well, and not only on the field and we say, okay, this is doing really well and this he has to improve, but also how does he handle life off the field, and what can we give him in order to improve it. So it's an exciting period of time for us, and hopefully with a good final test against South Korea, that hopefully gets the people here in Southern California excited.